Hey guys, it's Jan. Today we're gonna do another car feature video for my build, aka Tayeen. She's named after one of the characters from Game of Thrones, and if you watch the show, you'll probably understand why I named this car after her. This is a full carbon build. Basically, nearly every piece is that you could use here that is basically carbon or carbon reinforced. We're gonna go ahead and go through all the parts so you can see. First part is the carbon chassis from the Vanguard Sonic Premium, item number 19435. This is where I got mine. As you can tell over here on the upper right, it says PACF, and that's how you can tell that it's denoted that it's a carbon fiber reinforced chassis. And you can tell it's the red and black version. That's what you get from the Vanguard Sonic Premium. Next piece is the Astute clear body polycarbonate. One of the lighter bodies, also one of the nicer looking ones. Those are the two main reasons why I picked it up. Very curvy. That's one of the reasons why I liked it. Very cool design, and also very light when you put it on the body damper. Item number 15494. The next set of the stuff that we're going to cover is the tires, and these are the tires that are custom made by Mad Tank. A combination of 3 different parts, and I'm going to go through them. First part is the low friction maroon tires. As you can see, these are the maroon tires right here, 2 on the inner, and then 2 strips on the outer. Those are for slipping, so that you can actually have better cornering. You actually kind of want to slip on the front because the back is just pushing your car along. That's mostly what it is for, and that's one of the reasons why it's offset. The offset is for the tires to slip, so that you have the tires don't fight each other when they're actually pushing the car forward. And the next piece of that is the super hard low profile tires, item number 95080. And the super hard tires are actually, of course, as you can guess, the black ones. And the super hard tires are there because they absorb more impact, and that's mainly the reason why they're there. And they actually have a little bit more grip than the low friction tires, because, well, the low friction tires are low friction, but the low friction tires also absorb quite a bit of impact, and that's one of the cool things about them. They're dual purpose if you use them properly. Next piece is the carbon reinforced 5-spoke large diameter wheels. This is item number 95254, and this used to come with blue tires, but we took those off because it didn't actually match the color scheme of the car, of course. That's one of the reasons why I actually went red and black, because of the maroon tires. It matches the red and black a little bit better. And I went with the carbon reinforced because it's slightly tougher, but also when you do that, it kind of gets a bit like hairy, because the tougher wheels can become a little brittle. So next we're gonna go cover the transmission. 72mm reinforced shafts, item number 15417. As you can see, they're custom made so that they actually poke through, and makes it easier to adjust for the transmission. The smoother the transmission, the faster your car is going to be. And I found some pretty straight ones. I used some shaft checkers that'll help me do that. Next piece is the AO620, item number 94389. It's hard to tell what they are because it's harder to see. I'm using them, all 4 pieces over here, right there as well. So it just makes the transmission a lot smoother and easier to maintain when you remove the covers as well too, when you're blasting them out with something like a power shot or anything that's high pressure that can move dust off of the bearings. Next for transmission is actually something that I recommend every Super 2 user use, is the aluminum motor support 15149, sorry. And that pushes up against the motor and actually makes the gear smoother in terms of contact, not too tight, not too loose. Okay, so next part is the other part that Mad Tang had customized for me, which is the bumper. Bumper slash underguard at the same time. So this is item number 95257, a 3mm piece. What he did was he ended up making a depth cut. I'm not sure if he's actually covered this in his channel, but what it does is that it pushes the bumper up by 1.5 millimeters, and that allows the car to be able to clear high degree banks like 20, 40, or 60, perhaps even 80 degrees. That the 80 degrees I don't know yet because we haven't tested that, but I'm sure it should be fine. It raises the plate. He also did the trim on the edges too, so that there's a bit of what do you call it, underguard as well too from this side. And there's also like a another depth cut for here, so that you could actually put brakes on the front too if you wanted to, and of course I do that. It gives you more control on the car. Next piece is HC carbon reinforcing plate for 1319. That is this piece right here. Yeah, I mean, some people have told me that they're not very good, but it works on my car, and I haven't had any issues with it so far, so it should be usable for everybody. Next piece is the HE carbon reinforcing plate 15495, and there should be 5 pieces on this car. Let's go and take a look. Harder to see them. That is one, these two, that and that are 15495. So is that one over there, and over here it's really hard to see, but there's a 1.5 millimeter 5-degree angled carbon plate over here that's actually turning this, giving me the angle for my car, and that allows it to stay down on the corners, of course. So those are all pieces of 15495, and those are just support pieces mostly, but I think the most important piece over here, the way that I have the 15495 being used, is the support piece right here where I have it. Well, putting that support piece right there makes it so that this whole rear assembly of the rear bumper does not shake out of position. It keeps it in place. What it does is that it makes it so that the screw does not wiggle out of place when it hits some really hard cornering or bumps, basically, and keeps everything as straight as when you actually first put them in. Depends on how well you do it. If you over torque it, you're probably gonna do some harm, but go slow whenever you're building something like this. Next piece is 19mm aluminum ball race rollers, the ones that I use over here for the front for cornering. I use them because they match the color, and if they actually had the lightweight ones, I'd prefer to use them, but they don't always have them, so I'll use whatever Tamiya has. Those are fine. Next part is the stabilizer right here. This piece comes from the 3-point attachment, item number 15412. Yeah, that's just what do you call it? I think it's 15mm diameter, perhaps 17. As far as I can remember, it's 15 only, but that's fine. It just the stabilizers are really only there to prevent you from tilting too much when you're cornering. Next piece is this is also actually carbon reinforced plastic as well too. That's the whole theme of the car too. Next piece is the easy locking gear cover, black, which is also carbon reinforced. Nearly everything on this car is carbon reinforced. Item number 15438 makes it easy to remove the motor, changing gears, stuff like that, and I always recommend, if you're using S2, buy this part. Always. It's just gonna save you lots of time. Next is the HG carbon multi-roller stay. That's this piece right here, the center connection of the body damper where everything connects to. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, the camera's having an issue focusing on, but yeah, that's where everything connects to. And that's mostly the reason why it's there. It's everything connects to it. It ties everything together. That's how it is. It's the glue that binds the thing. Next piece is the the side catch. This side catch is actually the item number 95089. The rare AR wide plate, the Batman shaped one, basically the weird curvy shaped one. I cut it so that it's more angular, and also made it so that it's actually countersunk. Everything is pushed as low to the ground as possible, as 1mm. So when you do that, the balance is a lot better when you do something of that nature on your setup. Next piece is the front stay for fully cowled, item number 95072 over here. That's what this piece is. What this does is that it pushes your rollers forward and makes it so that the distance from the front and the rear roller is closer. What that does is that it increases your cornering, basically makes it corner faster. But then you do suffer from really long jumps from this kind of setup like that. Next piece is the rollers on the back. You probably already know these. Item number 94734, the Evo rollers. Yes, I ended up buying the VS Chassis Evo one just so that I could use these rollers, and the reason why is, well, it matches the rest of the color scheme. And it also performs pretty well as long as you maintain it. So not the last piece, but one of the next pieces is multi-roller setting stay, the rare. And this is the piece that basically connects everything in the back. Right there, one of the most important pieces in the hobby. It's just very, very important. So, well, if you do get those, just get them, basically. Because they have multiple uses, and this is one of the uses, basically. For the brakes, for the nice rear bumper, and stuff like that. Very, very versatile. Next piece. HG carbon rear wide plate front. Sorry, 95088 is the item number, and that is for the brakes. And what it does is that it allows you to push your brake distance as far back as possible. Let me show you. This one is probably around 164 in length. Yeah, there you go. You could see that the maximum length is pretty close to the limit, and what that does is that it allows you to control your brakes more. The longer your brakes are, basically the longer your car where the brakes are actually mounted, the more control you have over your jumps, and that's one of the reasons why people use the long tail setups in countries like Japan and other countries too. Like over here in the States, it's pretty popular to do the long tail setup. Next piece is the 2mm cap screw set, the 25 and the 30s, and you're gonna need 2 packages of this stuff because you're not gonna have enough. Each package only gives you like a pair of the 30s and the pair of the 25s over here, just one pair of each one, because you're gonna need another pair for the front like this. This is another 30, so 2 pairs of 30 right here, and then 1 pair of the 25s right here. That's what I do. I prefer using the 25s over here because they're pretty short and it's easier to put the lock nuts back in. Next piece is the 3mm O-rings. This is actually an RC part, but Tamiya allows you to use these for even the Japan Cup. So that right there, that is the point where you secure the body damper, and that makes it a lot easier to maintain, also to change out when you want to remove the body damper, and also makes the setup lighter as well. And there you have it. Those are the pieces that the main pieces that mostly control the car. And we're gonna go ahead and show you some running footage of this car. And if you'd like to see the way that this car performs, go ahead and watch that. Should be coming up right now.
Some motor?
Stock motor.
Yeah. Put back on this one. 3, 2, 1, go! Hey, but I got it faster.
1, 2. 3. 4. 5. There you go.
3, 2, 1, go!
That's it.
Good, push fast. 3, 2, 1, go! Is that mine?
Rev tune.
Set, go!
Oh.
Oh my god, I got this. Stand with it.
Not my car. $38.81.
That's it, right?
Yep.